Hello and welcome back. If you're new to the channel and you want to not only perplex up your Heroclix IQ, but also outwit the competition, make sure to Hulk smash that subscribe button and also the little bell notification so that you're sure to not miss anything. So today we are going to be live streaming some Heroclix previews for X-Men Xavier School. Looks like a pretty interesting set, should be out. There hasn't been any announcement of any delays, so it should be here for Valentine's Day. So talk about knowing your demographic. They figured none of us would have anything better to do, so they said, you know what, we're just going to release it here. But it looks like it's going to be pretty good, actually. A lot of people were starting to dog on this set, but I'm really liking some of the previews that I'm seeing. So let's go ahead and get into this, and as we are going through these, feel free to start talking amongst yourselves in the live chat, and I'll do my best to you know, get in and out of there. You guys are a little bit behind me, so we're gonna go ahead and do these previews. We are then, let me see here, what else were we gonna talk about? Then I was going to have 2018 predictions for Heroclix, and then depending on what time looks like, I'm going to be introducing a brand new Heroclix segment. So we're going to be, you know, depending on what our time looks like here. If it starts getting towards an hour, we'll save it for next time. But alright, so let's go ahead and get this thing cracking. And the first thing we're going to look at is actually a chase figure. It is the Age of Apocalypse Jean Grey. So she comes in with the Age of Apocalypse and X-Men keywords. Hold on one second here, guys. Let me get so I can see this. Tax return's not quite in yet, so still on the struggle bus with the monitor here. But anyway, so she has the Age of Apocalypse keywords and X-Men keywords. She comes in at 60 and 90 points. She has the X-Men team ability, 8 range single target, real name Jean Grey. She has the Survivor of the Age of Apocalypse for now trait, which all the chases seem to have. If you're curious about that, you know, go ahead and pause the video, read the card. But anyway, basically it deals damage and gives stat boosts if she gets hit. None of these chases have particularly long dials, so it's not generally a good thing. She has a special on her attack for her first 3 clicks of life if you play her at 90 points, or for her first click if you play her at 60. It's Telepathic Tempest, and it states Penetrating Psychic Blast, Telekinesis, normally or as free, so as what used to be known as a free action. If Jean Grey uses Telekinesis as free, her range value becomes 3, and replace 6 with 3 in the text of the power. So, you know, she's getting a potential double TK, which is good, but this one's shorter, and she's 10 points more than the Uncanny X-Men one. So she's not going to be taking her spot anytime soon, but it's cool. But, you know, you could potentially, you know, running shot, Psychic Blast, then use TK for free to move somebody, so could use her in that respect. Then you have a special on her defense, and that's for her last 3 clicks of life, and it is shield them from nuclear winter. It's regeneration, barrier as free but only to place 1 marker. Barrier is always good. I don't know. And then she has you know, she has the flight ability, which is good. She has running shot and mind control as her movement powers. She has that special on her attack, and regular Psychic Blast on her attack. And she has willpower for her first 3 clicks, and that special on the last 3 clicks. And then outwit for her first 3 clicks and nothing on the last 3 clicks. Nothing special here. If I was going to play her at all, I'd probably play her at the 60 points. That's just my particular play style. This isn't a terrible chase, but again, I mean, they're going to have a hard time beating out that Iceman. That Iceman's just good. This one's not. She's not as bad as the Angel or the Dark Beast. I think the Cyclops is better though, but she's not terrible. Okay, so let's go ahead here and let's see here. So how's it going, guys? I see a couple people are starting to drop in. It looks like we got 6 people so far. So feel free to share this live stream. Try to get more people in here. Go ahead and discuss amongst yourselves what's going on here. So that is Jean. Then we're going to go ahead and take a look. What's the next one I got here? The next one is something everybody's been talking about as a potential meta figure. I tend to agree. It's going to be Leech. And let's go ahead, get up my end so I can see Leech. He's not bad. He's well, actually, he's really good. 30 points, no team ability. Generation X, Morlocks, Weapon X, X Factor keywords. Real name is Jimmy. He's only 3 clicks long, but he is tiny sized. So that's a thing. He has a trait which is Lockdown. Whenever an opposing character would use an effect that allows it to choose standard powers or to choose standard powers to use, you may first choose a standard power. Hold on 1 second. This monitor is going to be the death of me. Hopefully, tax time's a coming, and then this will be done and over with. If I can get this thing to come back on. It's not. Did it finally die? Uh-oh. Mayday. Mayday. Uh-oh. Let's see if this comes back. So, oh my goodness, it's a Christmas miracle. No, it's not. I don't know, guys. If I don't get through this Leech thing, it's been fun. Okay. So we'll just start all over. Hopefully my monitor doesn't go out. I'm sorry about that. Hopefully, what is this? This is almost the end of June. Or, June, oh my goodness. January. So hopefully in like 2 weeks I'll have a new monitor. But anyway, it's locked down. Whenever an opposing character would use an effect that allows it to choose a standard power to use, you may choose a standard power. This turn, the character can't choose the standard power that you choose. So that's really powerful. And it's a global effect. It's not, within range or anything like that. So, if you have a Jakeem that is going to running shot pulse wave you into oblivion, you just say, well, you can't use pulse wave or you can't use running shot or, something of that nature, and that's going to have you covered. I like them a lot. There are, to the best of my knowledge, there's 3 figures in this set. I don't know that they've all been previewed. I just think they've been kind of spoiled on the realms. That do pick-up powers. You have Leech, Darwin, and Prodigy that all deal with the pick-up powers. So I don't know if WizKids is actually actively trying to do away with pick-up powers, or if this was just stuff they had beforehand. It doesn't make a lot of sense to me why they bothered doing stuff with Jakeem Thunder, taking that low blow on him by doing something to him for not being on the watch list, or even really bothered with Unimind, because this is the way this Leech is phrased is every time they pick. So even if they would have been able to pick on their turn, you could have been like, oh well, you can't pick invincible or whatever it is. So anyway, then he has 3 clicks of a special on his damage, and it says don't get too close, outwit each time Leech uses it. If the target was within 4 squares after resolution, he can use outwit again, targeting a character not already targeted with his outwit this turn. He can keep using it as long as he has targets. Outwit's phenomenal, especially now that you can outwit powers not on the dial. So this guy really cripples pick of powers. And for 30 points, I like this guy probably the most out of all the pick of power shutdown figures. But we will see what goes on here. Yeah, I know I should be using my phone, John. But anyway, let us see here. What is our next thing? We have this guy. I love this guy a lot. It is super rare Angel, and I really want 2 of them. I mean, he's not going to be competitive, so don't take it that way. But he is phenomenal for the points. He has flight ability, 0 range, of course. 60 and 50 points, defenders and X-Men team abilities, champions, defenders, X-Factor, X-Men keywords. Then he has improved movement, ignores characters, so he's always able to break away. He has a trait X-Factor. When this character hits with an attack, modify damage value +1 for each 5 or X, that, as Scott Porter pointed out to us, in the attack roll. He has a special on his damage that's called Financial Backer X-Factor, and he has that for his first 3 clicks of his 60-point dial or his first click of his 50-point dial, and it states, free, choose an adjacent friendly character with the X-Factor keyword. If that character has 1 action token, heal it 1 click. If that character has 2 action tokens, remove 1. And that is awesome. So it makes all kinds of figures super push friendly. So in a perfect world, you'd get 2 of these guys, run them at 50 points, and then just have another friendly beat stick that has X-Factor keyword, where you're just pulling tokens, and then you're double tokening them and healing them, double tokening them, healing them, and you keep removing tokens, you keep healing, and you just use both of the angels to do that, and it's going to be phenomenal. Again, I don't think he's going to be meta, like competitive meta or anything like that, but I do think he is going to be extremely good in within this set, like for sealed, or if you're playing a constructed game where you can only use characters from this set. He's going to be good. All right, so let's see here. We got our next guy up, and this guy is going to be a gem and sealed. There's 2 figures that have been previewed so far that are going to be a walkthrough for sealed, and this is one of them. His name is Kid Gladiator. The other one that is phenomenal for sealed that's been officially previewed so far is Chase Iceman. So he has 120 and 70 point values, 6 range, single target. He has Imperial Guard, Shi'ar, X-Men, and Cosmic keywords. He has X-Student as a trait. When this characters or an adjacent friendly character's attack roll include exactly 1, 5, modify 1 target's defense -1. He has another trait, All Glory for your Imperial Overlord. When Kid Gladiator KOs an opposing character, modify his combat values +1 until another friendly character KOs, or until another friendly character KOs an opposing character. So all his combat values going up by +1 is good. I don't know. Let me see here. Combat is +1 until another friendly character KOs an opposing character. So, depending on how good or bad I guess the game's going. You know, you might get that +1 until you can attack again. In which case he's got some pretty solid stats out the gate for this set. But that really puts him over the top. Then he has a special on his defense for his first 3 clicks of his 120 point dial, and it's "You fools, I shall not be ignored." It's impervious. Kid Gladiator has protected outwit, but only from opposing characters of less points. I don't believe, and go ahead and correct me if I'm wrong, in the comments or the you know, if you're watching this on a playback, obviously when I say you know, in the live chat or comments, whatever it is you're on, in the comments or the live chat, is there another figure that's been previewed or that you know of in this set that has outwit that's more points than him? Because if there isn't, then that's really powerful. I don't think this guy's meta again, but I think if you do a sealed, like with WizKids Opens coming up, and a lot of them are doing sealeds, this guy's going to be, you know, he's going to make it so that an average player can place pretty well, and he's going to make it so that a good player can just walk through for a win. But yeah, let me see here. Flooded the market with pick powers. Knew it was going to happen. Yeah, I thought it was going to happen too. Yeah, I don't have anything else to say. Yeah, they self-regulated it, which is fine. I'm fine with the silver bullet philosophy. Let's see here. And the next thing we're going to look at is Uncommon Cyclops. This is the X Factor one. Let's see here. He is 60 points, 7 range, single target. Only has the X Factor keyword. Has improved targeting, ignores hindering. Has the X Factor trait. When this character hits with an attack, modify damage +1 for each X in the attack roll. And other than that, he's just got standard powers. Sidestep, Psychic Blast, 17 defense, willpower, 3 damage, leadership. He's not bad. I mean, for 60 points, he's not a bad call-in. Although I would rather use the AOA Cyclops, or see if I could swing call in the Headmaster Cyclops. But anyway, so there's that one. And next we're gonna look up. Let me see here. Next one we're gonna look at, as soon as I can bring it up for you guys, is gonna be Dust, as soon as I can get my act together here. Okay, transition. So the next one we're gonna look at here is Dust. She is 50 points and she's awesome. I really like this figure a lot. She's a super rare. She has the Hellions and X-Men keyword. She has improved movement. Ignores elevated and ignores hindering. She also has the X-Men team ability. I forgot that. 4 range, single target. She has the X-Student not team ability, trait. When this character or an adjacent friendly character attack roll includes at least 1/5, modify target's defense -1. That's good. Then she has Scouring Sands as a trait. Smoke Cloud as free, but only to place 4 markers. At the end of each opponent's turn, deal 1 damage to each opposing character occupying or adjacent to a smoke cloud marker placed by Dust. That is phenomenal. You know, normally when you get to place a free smoke cloud, it's like 1 marker, maybe 2 at the most. 4 free smoke clouds is phenomenal. And then dealing the penetrating damage. There's not a ton of reducing in this set, so I think she's actually going to be a good one in sealed. I think she's going to be a sleeper for some people. Then she has a special for first 3 clicks on defense, which is Swirling Sands, Super Senses, Dust modifies defense +1 for each adjacent smoke cloud marker placed by her. So she could potentially be a 20 top click. For 50 points, that's great. You know, you figure you place, if you're placing 4, you make sure you're 1 square away from your opponent. You put the 1 under them. You know, you could even put, you know, place her adjacent, put 1 under them so that they get the -1 attack. Hopefully that's still how that is. I don't have the smoke cloud power in front of me, but they get the -1 of their attack. And then if you put the, you know, 2 other ones next to you, you're getting a +3. So you really got a +4 swing in your favor. I like her a lot. I hope I pull her. And speaking of that stuff, guys, I'm hopefully, well, not hopefully, I'm going to 100%, 100% going to be having an unboxing on this channel. So go ahead and, you know, mark your calendars. It'll be uploaded. I'm not sure when it'll be uploaded on release day, but it will be on here. So, and again, that'll be Valentine's Day. And we got here the last of the previews, which is not a very good one, if I'm being honest. It's Chamber, who is a rare, 70 points, 6 range, single target, Generation X, X-Men keyword, Generation X trait, power, move 5 squares, then make a close attack, which isn't bad, but he has Psychic Blast, so it's not super helpful for him. Then he has another trait, which is a living psionic furnace, poison. When he uses it, he deals penetrating damage to an opposing character of less points. There are a bunch of 50-point figures in this set, so that might be good for this set, but in the vast scheme of things, that's not great. Then he has Force Blast, Psychic Blast, closes out with Pulse Wave at the end of his dial. That's always good. Toughness, Energy Shield, and Enhancement. He's not very good, if I'm being honest. Okay, let's see here. So let's see here. Let's check out the comments here, see what we got going on here. Goblin King doesn't care about Darwin or Leech. Yeah. Well, I don't know. You can't win them all. Okay, so the next thing we were going to talk about was my 2018 predictions. I think, I don't know, you know, I don't have a certain number of them. I'm just going to rattle them off until I feel like I'm done with predictions. I think that we are going to see Pick a Powers die a very violent death in 2018 if what we are seeing from this set is any indication. I don't know that WizKids thinks they did anything wrong, but I do think that they believed that there needed to be several silver bullets out there for that type of figure, and they definitely made sure, at least in this set, there were more than a couple. The next thing, the next prediction that I'm going to make, and this is a pretty bold one, I'm betting that with WizKids wanting to do so much on their webpage now, that they are going to have their own sort of like HC Realms unit section. I'm betting that they're going to have an HC Realms style unit section on the WizKids webpage, and they're going to start trying to directly compete with HC Realms for that internet traffic. It just makes a lot of sense for them as a company to more control their message than what they get, you know, from a layperson outside looking in than they get with HC Realms. So there's that. And I also, for 2018, believe that sometime after Worlds, they're going to announce another competitive tournament type circuit. They seemed to, you know, once ROCs got up, they wanted to go ahead and do the WizKids Opens. ROC now has a ton of tournaments all the time. They're going to do the online tournaments now. I'm looking to see more WizKids Opens or like some kind of supremacy league type thing, or something for more competitive players that WizKids is going to start offering. I don't know what form it's going to take, but I'm betting that they're going to go ahead and do that. And then other than that, I don't really have too many other predictions that are for like official WizKids stuff. I think that the online ROC is going to be extremely popular. It's going to go really well. I was in one of the Facebook Heroclix groups that did some of the first online tournaments, and I participated in them. They went pretty good. They had a couple little things that I'm sure they hammered out by now, and I really think that those are going to catch on, because there's you know, right now you have that barrier of competition where, you know, like I'm personally willing to drive about 3 hours for a tournament and make it a day trip. Other than that, we're talking about I got to make it, you know, so that's 6 hours round trip. And then if it's longer than that, then I'm trying to turn it into an overnighter. So, you know, you figure cheap hotel is going to be like $50 or $75. Plus you got to, you know, have food and stuff like that, and travel, you know, gas money and stuff like that. Next thing you know, it was $200 to go to that tournament at least, and that's if you did it on the cheap. So I think that that's a barrier for a lot of people, and I think that if and because of that, I think that these online ROCs are going to catch on, and I think as soon as they catch on, that's when you'll see WizKids hammer down. It's not going to be like the Heroclix Online. That thing was garbage. I participated in the first tournament for that when they did that Heroclix Online in like 2011 or something like that, and it was so glitchy and stuff like that. But it'll be like, you know, live streamed Heroclix tournaments. So those are all my predictions for that. Let's see here. Where are we at here? We're about a half hour. So what we're going to do now is, I don't know, do you guys want the new segment? Go ahead and put in the live stream, just or in the live chat, put new segment in the live chat, and you know, if anybody's interested in that, or if everybody wants to go to bed, considering that it's like 10 o'clock. But while we're waiting on people to respond for that, I want to go ahead and show you guys. I got one of the shirts printed for the Mr. Clicks Flicks t-shirt stuff. So this is the Circle of Life shirt. And very cool. If you guys like this shirt, or you want to see some other designs, go ahead and check out. There's a Spreadshirt store that I started. You have to copy the link because YouTube's being weird about it, where, you know, they're not going to allow it to be a clickable link. So you just copy and paste it, and it'll take you there. I think I have 5 or 6 designs up right now, and you can basically choose whatever it is you want on there. They have sizes all the way up to 5XL, and they ship it to you from there. Like, there's basically no interaction with me. And then also there's, as always, there's the Patreon and the Patreon and the Amazon affiliate links. But other than that, I have some pretty exciting, you know, possibly exciting news for the channel, but I gotta hold off on that announcement because it's not officially a done deal yet. So, you know, you don't want to talk about things until the ink's dry. But you know, if you guys want to stay up to date on stuff, you know, I do the videos twice a week, Wednesdays and Sundays. But I do the live streams Wednesdays and Sundays. But if you want to stay like a little more in the know, make sure to follow the Mr. Clicks Flicks Heroclix group. It is on Facebook there, and make sure to give me a follow on Twitter. Because, you know, as these previews pop up, I put them up there for you guys to look at, and then we talk about them in the live streams and stuff like that. Or, you know, if there's something going on with the channel, I talk about it there too. So we got one person that said bring it on. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and do this next thing. It is going to be sort of like, if you guys, did you guys ever see that Mad Money or Bull and Bear show on oh what do they have it on? C-SPAN or Fox News Business, stuff like that. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're just going to do a quick preview of it because, you know, I don't want to take up too many people's times. So we're going to talk about, you know, things that are going up in value, things that are going down in value. So buy, sell, buy, sell. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is tell you to sell your Unimind. I know I was preaching the gospel of this. I think this is done and over with. Just I think with the he doesn't have enough clicks of life. With Darwin now, he just gets KO'd too easily. With the new ruling for Green Arrow, he is, you know, he's going to get one-shotted. And then you have, you know, your other one-click clicks that come in. It's just, it's not a good situation for him right now. Maybe at, what is it, 270 is his other thing, so you can play him at 300. He might be okay at that, but he's, if you're only playing him at 150, sell. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you buy, and buy as many as you can Green Arrows. I think even after the ID goes away, with the change that they made for the for his power and powers like him, where it's all, you know, for his it's all defensive powers, no matter the source. I think that's going to be just too good to not have. I don't think every team's going to focus on it, but I think if you're a competitive player, you need at least one to entertain, and you need at least one right now to use with the call and ID. And then later on, you know, there might be other teams that we can use for it. I would say pick a power figures in general, sell. Obviously, WizKids is interested in killing them off. And with that Green Arrow out there, there are just too many silver bullets right now. So as far as competitive teams, sell them off. If you like them, keep them. But other than that, I mean, they're not competitive. They're, in my mind, they're dead. So, and then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you guys to buy Headmasters. All the Headmasters from this set. They are all phenomenal. If you go over to HC Realms, you check out the units section for this set. They are all fantastic. They all have leadership. They all have perplex. They all have 50-point dials. They are just phenomenal. And you know, some people are going to dog on them. They're all going to have ID cards, so that means you're going to be able to call somebody in, use leadership, use perplex, plus use whatever it is they have. They're just going to be so good. It's going to be ridiculous. So that is just a little sample. I don't know. I think maybe every time a set comes out, we'll do a thing for the whole set where it'll be, you know, sort of buy, sell for individual figures. But yeah, that's about it. Let's see here. What else is going on? There's nothing too much going on in the chat, the live chat right now. So go ahead, if you're watching this on a live chat and you enjoyed that little sample, that segment, let me know. That way I know if I need to do it later. If you're watching this on the playback, go ahead and put in the comments if that style of thing would interest you. Obviously, I can dress it up a little, make it a little more entertaining for you. But other than that, just keep a lookout for the channel. I think the next video I have is how to put together an Alpha Strike Heroclix team. That is for the Heroclix Foo playlist. I just think they're really important to know those basic team strategies to make you a better player overall, so that you're more flexible in things like competitive sealed and just regular sealed, and it makes just your team building generally better. So that'll be the next one, and then after that, I think I'll have one or two more uploads that I'll have to do. So I got some cool stuff for that lined up that's not filmed yet, so I don't want to talk about those. But then we're going to do an unboxing, hopefully on Valentine's Day. That'll be up. And then we're going to do since so many WizKids Open seem to be sealed for this winter 2018 WizKids Open, I think we're going to talk about what figures to look for in X-Men Xavier School for sealed, like which ones are gonna win you the tournament, which ones are maybe not gonna be so great. But what team am I thinking about for WizKids Open? Well, my one is sealed, but I'm trying to think if I want to dish on this or not. I have... Okay, yeah, fine. I'll spill the beans. I'm looking at for 300-point modern, just in general. If it wasn't sealed, what I would run, and what I'm currently working with right now, is a Magneto the Realist. Here, hold on a second. Let me pull up this list because I don't want to say it wrong, and then have people in the comments later be like, "Mr. Clicks, those points aren't right." So hold on a second here. Okay, I got the Mighty Thor 106 Hulk. I got 2 of those at 50 points. I have Magneto Realist, 100 points. Then I have Jean Grey from Uncanny X-Men Fast Forces for her dual TK. After she retires, I'll probably put in Hellion. Then I have Enchanted Crowbar, Blood Axe, Supreme Intelligence, Thunder Strike, and a Spider-Man ID card. And the idea is to get the Enchanted Crowbar and Blood Axe on Hulk, on each Hulk, have the Supreme Intelligence on one of the Hulks, TK him out with Jean, move another 11 squares with them, and then I'll get to eventually remove my 2 tokens with Magneto, and I will get to attack 5 times with Quake that has Exploit Weakness with a 12 attack 5 different times. So that's what I'm working with right now, is basically an 18 range Alpha Strike team that has the potential of dealing, let's see here, 4 and 4 is 8, 16, 20 clicks of damage, and then if you're doing the multi-target Quake, that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 clicks. So that ought to KO most things. And the Enchanted Crowbar is really nice because it takes care of Invincible. So I really like that. Then if for some reason the Hulks don't get it done, then I can run a TK Yo-Yo with Jean and Magneto Realist, and then I have the Thunder Strike on there to heal him back out that 1 click that he's going to take from not attacking when he pulls those tokens, to make it so that the Hulks can move 2 squares for free. But that is what I'm looking at right there. That's my 300-point team that I'm working with currently. Let me see here. Jason from Married with Clicks dished on what he was looking at for Canadian Nationals. So I think, only fair that, I say what I'm doing also. I don't know, maybe, if we get a bunch of comments that, you guys want to see some practice matches with this team. I also have another team that was very similar, that was a theme team that I was working with. So if you guys want to see some gameplay on that, go ahead and put it in the live chat or in the comments as you're watching this video. If I get enough of them, I don't know what that number is. But if it looks like a few people are interested, I'll go ahead and try to have some people over and play those games out for you so that you can see them. But it's a pretty good team, pretty excited about it. Obviously it does have a few drawbacks, but overall I like it a lot. A lot of damage potential. Potential to basically end the game second turn if if you're good. If your dice rolls are hot, you figure that's a 12 attack on 18 defense, need a 6. I have 5 tries at it. And stats only tend to go down. Or if somebody has it up at 20 or 21, need a 8 at that point, but 8 or 9. But with that many tries, I like my chances. Plus, you figure you're taking away their support probably when you're doing that. So, Alright, but that is all I have for you guys today. Like I said, if you want to support the channel, check out the links in the description of this video. If you want to do the t-shirts, you need to copy and paste the link in your browser, and it'll take you there. Like I said, they support up to 5X. They have hoodies, they got women's apparel, they got all kinds of cool stuff. Make sure to share this video if you guys are you know, if you like this, share it to the different places. Where is he getting with? Noob the Gray, what team are you running? Hold on a second, we got a question about one. Trying to answer questions for you guys. I don't like having this delay here, but it's the best way for my internet to have this stuff go. So there's a little bit of a delay between what I'm saying and what you guys are, you know, talking about on the live stream. But I'm doing my best. Let's see here. I don't know. He just put the number 1. I don't know what that means. Maybe he means, you know, I might just play. Oh. 1. Yeah, I guess one person is who wanted to know. But, you know, you never know, John. More people might watch this on the playback, which is what I'm hoping for. So, anyway, that's all I have for you guys today. Thank you for your support as always. It's always just fun to get on here with you guys. I really like this live stream format. Feels, you know, like we got more of a connection, more friends, stuff like that. But that's all I have for you guys today. As always, please remember that it's only critical miss if you don't have probability control.